Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and so I'll be talking about a Power Axe Bulwark build for patch 10.0 Space Marine 2, basically focusing around gun strikes because the Power Axe has a pretty interesting feature that actually buffs its gun strike damage at times, where we pretty much be building around that. And for this, I've picked the balanced version because this one has a pretty damn good speed, strength, and cleaning potential. If you want to take fencing because it's easier to parry with, you definitely can. This definitely does benefit your gun strike builds a little bit more, but I just want to try out this one for a bit. Now, for the perk tree, I do go down the top tree because first off, we have the perk here, Perpetual Speed. Melee attack speed increases by 5%. This is some of the only melee attack speed buff in pretty much the entire game. Really powerful perk here. Then move over to the perk Confident Stance. While in Power Stance, you do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back. Now, what Power Stance is it is a exclusive ability to the Power Axe. Basically, after doing a perfect parry, you will get into like this little power stance on this weapon, and you'll be able to hold down your attack button, jump back, do a big blue wave, and then gun strike the guy for more damage. Pretty good for that. This one gives us no knockback, and no knockback is pretty much top tier wherever we can find it. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength, and melee damage increases by 5%, and I picked this one up down here as well for a total of a 10% melee damage increase, and then I grab the next perk here, Patient Stance. While in Power Stance, you do not lose contested health. Now, not losing contested health in your Power Stance is so damn powerful against bosses and things like that, especially for classes that really can't lose the HP, unlike Bulwark. So if you're playing like Assault or Vanguard times without things like Adrenaline Rush or Unmasked Yield, that's pretty damn good. So I really do like picking up this perk quite a bit. This also really plays into the next perk here, Power Strike. Gun Strike from Power Stance deals 20% more damage. So basically, if you enter your Power Stance and then shoot them in the face, you'll get 20% more damage on your Gun Strike. Really powerful synergy here, and honestly, gun strike increases in damage are very hard to come by in general, so pretty top tier perk in my opinion. Next perk here is Power Wave. Power Backstep Wave damages more enemies, pretty self-explanatory. Then I grab the next perk here, Minoris Slayer, for a 20% Minoris damage buff. Then I pick up the perk Restoration. Killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores 1 armor segment. Cooldown is 20 seconds. Now, this is a top tier armor restoration perk in this entire game. A 20-second cooldown is only 5 seconds more than like the heavy prestige perk version of this, or I should say the core perk tree version. So basically, you have this perk attached to a weapon. Super powerful option on pretty much any class that has this, and Armor Restore in Space Marine 2 is just top tier, period. But I actually like this one a ton. And the final perk I pick up here is Discharge. Overhead Strike deals damage around the target. Cooldown is 15 seconds. Now, this perk isn't incredible. You could swap this out for a perk here like Endless Slash. You gotta see Chain Roll Slash attacks. These are both pretty mid, but it's really up to you. Now, for the secondary weapon, I do take a Heavy Bolt Pistol because we are building around gun strikes, and Heavy Bolt Pistol does have the highest overall gun strike damage in the entire game, so pretty damn good synergy for obvious reasons. I always grab the magazine capacity and ammo reserve option because ammunition is just too damn important, and while these two aren't bad, this one's just better. And for the perk tree, I just go all in the headshot damage in the top row because unlike classes like Vanguard, who really don't benefit off of things like Able damage, which is after using a class ability, damage increases by 20% for 10 seconds. If you are playing on like an Assault or a Vanguard or something, you could go down the bottom tree for this, but on a Bulwark, I just build all top tree because it's pretty much all he benefits off of. And also pick up increased capacity for more ammo reserves. That's pretty much all there is for the secondary and primary. And for the perk tree here, I do pick up Conviction first. When your armor is fully depleted, you take 25% less health damage for 10 seconds. This perk does make you stupidly tanky, but I will say if you're using a parry build like a fencing weapon, Intimidating Aura can be better. A perfectly timed parry deals area effect damage within a 5-meter radius. Cooldown is 5 seconds. This perk scales up with difficulty and damage and does stupid amounts of damage to pretty much everything, including bosses. And if you would like pretty much parry a Majoris or an Extremis with this and gun strike them, they'll be damn near dead, so super powerful for that, though you do lose out a little bit of tankiness, so I just decided to take this one today. Next perk I take here is Scramble Targeting. If you're surrounded by 5 or more enemies, you take 25% less damage from range attacks. Pretty self-explanatory, just a free range damage reduction perk. Next perk here is Armor Reinforcement. Non-finisher gun strikes restore 1 armor segment. This is a gun strike build, and this perk positively fodderizes enemies like Raveners and Lictors, and also really helps versus Karn effects stuff. Really powerful for that. Really, Karn effects in general are super susceptible to armor reinforcement because they do so many melee attacks, and any amount of armor will reduce all incoming melee damage to 0, which is also why I decided to take the perk up here, Focus Restoration. Every 30 seconds, all squad members automatically restore 1 armor segment. This one gives a ton of value to your team, though I will say if you're not taking Invigorating Icon on this build, I might pick up something like Advanced Conditioning, because a slower CHP fade is very useful for the Power Axe in general, because the Power Axe CHP recovery is not super high. Next perk I grab here is Purity of Purpose. The banner deals damage over time to enemies with its area of effect. This is basically a shock grenade planted down your banner, does significant damage to Minoris, Extremis, Terminus, and also the Majoris, of course, and pretty much just wipes out anything in a field, does a bunch of free damage. Top tier perk for sure, and even after the shield bash buff, I still think this one is significantly better than a perk like Focus Strength or even let alone Rapid Regeneration. And the next perk here is Invigorating Icon, because healing off your banner is OP, and I was trying to win this time, so Invigorating Icon is just the way to go. And honestly, most people are trying to win, so they take this perk anyways. Next perk I take here is Merciless Resolve. After a Shield Bash, Shield Rush, or Thunderhammer Pommel Smash, melee damage increases by 15%, you do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. Now, Shield Rush is the new ability that allows you to like dash forward with your shield. Very powerful, can even stun on ranged enemies, and this one is honestly better than ever. It's pretty much a free 15% melee damage buff, and really for 10 seconds having no knockback, that is top tier for sure. Now, for this injured perk tree, I also just pick up Armor Advance, because this one just gives you no knockback when you have any armor remaining. And since we're getting so much armor back off of Focus Restoration and Armor Reinforcement, this is up pretty much all the time, and if it's not, this one probably is. That's pretty much all there is for the official perk tree, or I should say the main perk tree, and here we have the prestige perks, or just pick up Auxiliary Reload, Overcharge, Powerful Shot, and Masterful Defense. These are by far the best perks here. If you want to swap out Auxiliary Reload for Resilience on like the operations or something, you can do that, because having like 14 shots back off of an Extremis isn't always the best, but I do like it sometimes. And that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. Power Axe is pretty fun. It's brand new. I'm sure a lot of people want to be using this one in their operations and siege mode, and hopefully this build guide helped. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more, and as always, thank you for watching, guys. Bye.
Today, we say hijack. There is no stable ground. Blessings by our path. We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress. Tyranid Tunmatter Street. Fresh cartridge. We have to awaken the other consoles. Established. Transmission of blessing has commenced. Go straight to the console during reawakening.
This is pretty useful versus this guy.
Inserting round. We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress. Blessings extended to the stone. Awakening distribution of blessing has been interrupted. Return to the console to resume.
That Bramble guy's gonna go. These Bramble guys gotta go.
Unleashing frag grenade. We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress.
I can drag him in here if I can.
Fresh cartridge.
fellow that don't poke them.
We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress. We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress. Searching rounds. We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress. Reload. We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress. Clutch magazine. We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress. We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress.
That's what I get for trying to have a cool execute.
We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress.
We were bred for this.
That's so fucking
Failed
cool.
at ultimate. Failed. Where shall I plant this flag?
We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress.
Alright, let's go awaken the next one. SCG has achieved the ultimate flow state.
Vessel detected. Sharing the divine blessings of the machine god.
Like a lazy river. What do we call it?
Attention, ministers. Communication with console halted. Biological impurity detected. Invasive material must be removed prior to resumption.
We need to find and remove this material.
Now I want to have like a
so we can
cool
use
charge on it versus the
alien
probably
vines
utilizing
to
that charge now.
damages. Let us
A bit more.
rectify this. These do not grow on their own. There must be spores
Foreign
nearby.
biological matter no longer detected. System accessible. Resume communion with the console's ministers. Communion established. Transmission of blessing has commenced.
We activated the consoles. We must open the door.
What's your footing?
We activated the consoles. We must open the door. Fireball has been stopped. Captain Akaran, we are entering the fortress now. The weapon system is next.
I think maybe a parry stick and gunstrike stick, but it's actually pretty good for that reason. It kind of reminds me of what the power sword was like pre power rig buff.
The foe was better. Unite! This galaxy is the dawn. Take cover! That one is all in reserve forces.
There will be more foes to overcome, and we will succeed!
Filthy thieves borrow for the last time. That silence intimidates alien integral flag. Rearm. Load up. Keep going forward. Guns ready to deploy. Skitter to the grave, seed officer. Waste nothing, brother. Fresh magazine. Can't effects with everything we have. There is no stable ground. This Ravener. Inserting rounds.
Those guys. My armor reinforcement's pretty easy to mop this dude once he's alone, but there's a lot of guys here.
Sending fragment. Fresh magazine. Wretched, they found it alive. We crushed the ravenous brood. Our banner awaits unfurled. Our glorious battle stretched the towers. That silence intimidates fire. Fresh contact. Inserting rounds. Get us to the ring. Our forces shall bellow the dawn hope together. Step careful. See those tunnels below.
I like conviction here. Got Bulwark's tankiness second to none.
Dispensing steel.
Oh well. Do that. My god, dude.
Tend to my wound. My task.
I should have not gotten in there. There's no point.
Fresh magazine.
They positively stun lock. I put myself in that spot though.
We have trampled the ship. Where shall I plant this flag?
What a waste.
Bask in the Emperor's glory.
Life conviction can save us from just being ping pong.
Another scene of atrocity.
We're washed. I'm 15 hours in and washed.
That is one dead high.
Getting ping pong. Let me put myself in corners. How foolish. You might have invigorated an icon.
Inserting rounds.
That's usually what kills you in this game, though. It's just getting fucking absolutely smushed in a corner.
That lift will take us directly to the Tyranids and to the cannons.
There were a couple dodges. The first of all, I shouldn't put myself in that room. I should have removed the Ravener
Tyranids
first.
seem to know you're close. They are amassing at the fortress.
That is
Steel
all.
yourselves, brothers. They will not stop us from activating the cannons, Captain.
That is all we can do.
Resources acquired.
Stand firm. We will not be intimidated, brothers. We must turn the cannons on it while there is still time. Console for the cannons, Captain Akaran.
Stand ready to deploy.
We will not eliminate these Xenos without using the cannons. Until we rethink the servo skull, those cannons are useless.
You failed at home.
We will not eliminate these Xenos without using the cannons. Require synchronization with the servo skull. eliminate the Xenos without
Now
using
imagine
cannons.
if that were the lock button. That'd be cool.
Defensive cannons active. Targeting system non-functional. Initializing secondary system. All specs connected. Mobile targeting system online. For instance, activate the server sample enable target to the system.
More attacks like that, this abomination will fall. The Hierophant attacks! Defensive positions! The Tyranids cannot stand against our attacks for long. More attacks like that, and this abomination will fall.
Defense cannons depleted. Engage auxiliary generators to resume firing.
Ow. Like away for 1 second.
Our adversary wishes to renew their assault. Deny them any advantage. Rear. Honor, engage the auxiliary generators and reawaken the cannons.
Shield charge has a lot of potential. You can stagger even in ranged enemies. And I'm curious to see in the future, like, how far you can actually push that. Can you throw the axe? No, you cannot throw the axe. This is not God of War Ragnarok. Like, what do you think it's just gonna come back to? You gotta go grab it. This is real life, dude. It's not fantasy, okay? You cannot... The Imperium of Mankind is physically incapable of making an axe and come back to the user.
Fresh magazine. Execute.
Come on.
The Hierophant attacks. Defend the auxiliary generators shall nourish our cannons.
If you put a big elastic band on it, it'll come back to you. Yeah, if you put a rubber band on your power axe, then you can throw your axe. Otherwise, no. Unfortunately, I know, tragically.
Inserting rounds. The power Tyranid marked. Brothers, it retaliates! Fresh cartridge. The cannons are depleted. Refill them with energy from the generators.
Hope of Mankind has all the elastic band's ability to remain intact is for the vital operation. You throw your power axe. What was the reticle with the huge bar? It's just a lock on in this game.
Generator is running. The cannons
Ow.
are ready.
Fortress control has been disrupted. Re-establish server control access to communication.
fresh magazine.
The Hierophant attacks! Defensive positions!
System link has been established. Automax connected.
The Tyranids cannot stand against our brothers! It retaliates! Maintain the space between you and our enemy's assault!
Alright.
Searching for target. Minister, fire with your sidearm to commence target lock.
The Hierophant attacks! Defensive positions! Mind your position!
That fire's so bad.
All smokes ready. Aim with sidearm to complete attack.
Stay alert. Our banner awaits unfurled. For the Imperium of Man.
More attacks like that, and this of Bombing Brothers! It retaliates! Keep clear of its foulness!
Rio.
The Hierophant attacks! Position! Trust the attack! This monstrosity! Mind your position! Engage the auxiliary generators and reawaken the cannons!
That is no order. Steal your
Split.
minds. Fresh cartridge. One dead zombie. Close up the key to business.
Brothers, it retaliates! The cannons are depleted! Refill them with energy from
Surely
the
that won't land
generators.
directly on my head. That would be like crazy.
Reload. Feed us biomass from stone. We crush the ravenous brood beneath us.
The auxiliary generators shall nourish our cannons. The Hierophant
We'll get it
attacks.
eventually.
Defensive positions!
Of course.
The generator is active. We can fire the cannons!
Prevent system no longer detected. Engage console to reestablish
And the armies.
connection between the fortress and surface now. Communion successful. Cannon targeting link enabled.
Brothers, it retaliates! Maintain the space between you and our enemy's assault.
I plant this flag.
There you go. What a slog that finale was.
Take the shot on those damn towers and unleash divine retribution.
So Invigorating Icon's pretty OP, so we kind of crushed all that run, but in my defense, this was recorded 16 hours into a live stream, so surely everyone will understand, right? I'd say that all went pretty well, except for the tunnel portion of the card effects. I really should not put myself in that situation. Just to leave me. Cataclysmic error, as they say. I got more range damage. Most of the damage from this build comes from gun strikes, which is why the melee damage is low. But it is a gun strike build, so it makes sense.